Hello, happy Sunday. So I am here. My table's kind of a mess. I've been sorting papers and things. Here, I'll show you. I've got all these little containers of different things. Like over here, that one's for words. This one's for what's going into glue books. This one's things I need to fussy cut. There's all kinds of things. Over here's like little die cuts and stuff. Yeah, so, and these, I don't know, Rob left in here. Anytime he comes in here, these are filthy. I bet you he wants me to have these actually for the craft room. But, ew, dude, really? He just leaves them on my table, my work table. Yeah, anytime he comes in here to do anything, like put up a shelf or something, he always leaves stuff behind. Sorry if you hear the alarm. That's our Ring camera. Rob's out mowing the lawn. And I shut it off on my phone, the alert, but I forgot to take the little chime box out of the wall. It's plugged in, and it's not that loud, though, I don't think. It's over there, so... Yeah, so I am here. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to kind of chill this Sunday, I think. Well, chill. I'm going to sort some stuff in the craft room. Yesterday, Rob and I put together the last baker's rack that I had. And yesterday, I emptied quite a bit of the, quite a bit of the rug hooking mold that I have. And I was thinking, I had a lot more than I do. So that's awesome. Like I thought I had one full tote of just like blacks, and I didn't. I did have one full tote of neutrals. So it's like grays. You know what though? I haven't found the blacks. So maybe the other tote, there is another tote out in the rec room. Maybe that is all black. Yeah. Cause I found one that was just neutrals. It's browns, grays, and yeah, browns and grays. So I have been organizing that. Yeah, so I'm trying to get a hold on these closets. I got my yarn racks set where I want them, but I'm not going to put yarn on them yet because they're really close to the floor. So Rob wants to prop them up a bit so the airflow will go underneath them. We want to really, be proactive about battling humidity. Yeah, and right now I have I think I've always remembered to turn the dehumidifier off to take a video because it's kind of noisy. You just hear like, shh. So yeah. But I don't always remember to turn it back on afterwards. But that's okay because Rob will figure it out. He's got the dehumidifiers all on like an app on his phone, so he checks them periodically. So he'd be like, "Why is the humidity in the craft room so high?" Yep. So yeah, I've been doing that. Right now the craft room is a huge mess because I pulled everything out of that closet to put things in, but hopefully this afternoon I'll be able to put some more things in and organize a bit better. But I am here with a couple of things I've been meaning to do for a while, and I haven't done. So the first thing I want to do is hashtag shout out Sunday. So it's a hashtag that Pink Kitty came up with. I will link her channel below. Pink Kitty's great. She's a relatively new YouTuber. She's got, I don't know how many subs she's got, but I know it's under 1,000. So yeah, but definitely go check her out. She does a lot of fun glue booking, and I find she's a lot like me. Like she likes colors, and she does a lot of like stitching too. Like she was at her first week talking about Shout Out Sunday. She was stitching, I think, felt cheese slices, if I remember correctly. And that's such a me thing to do. It's like, oh, I'm just crocheting a tomato slice. Yep, definitely. So, yeah, she came up with Shout Out Sunday. I had been kind of thinking about doing something like this for a while, but I couldn't come up with a good hashtag, first of all. And then when she did it, I was like, yep, gonna do this. So I meant to participate a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, I've been busy and blah, blah, blah. So this is my first week participating. And my first shout out, what Shout Out Sunday is you give a shout out to a newer channel, or a smaller channel. Which I do try to give as many shout outs as I can anyway. But yeah, a channel that's got under 1,000 subs. So, we all know the big channels. We all know, Gail and Pam and Barbara. We all know those channels. Those channels are huge, right? But there's some smaller channels that are great too. Great to watch, great resources, entertaining, that, you should definitely be checking out. So the first channel this week is my personal friend, Deb, over at DLI Creations. And I will post links to everything down below. She hasn't posted a new video in a couple months. Deb, get on that. But she's been really busy at work. Like all her head bosses have been in. They're like changing stuff and doing stuff. Yeah, so she needs to get back on making videos, but her videos are cool. She does some nice junk journaling things, and she likes to her style is usually pretty like vintagey kind of thing, and she makes beautiful things. Oh, I never even thought I should have I should have had something here, like a little show and tell of something she's made me. She's made me some cute little vintagey like embellishments and things, and a little tiny journal and everything. Yeah, so definitely go check out Deb. She's an up and coming YouTuber, and yeah, give her some love. All right, so next on the agenda is this. Okay. I actually wrote out what I was going to say. So I'm very late to the game on this, as I only noticed today. This was like a month ago now, that Candy Cane Creates. So Candace over at Candy Cane Creates, another great channel. She tagged me in this game, What's in a Name Q&A. So I didn't notice it because when she tagged me like back in like, I think it was like March. I mean, I was in the middle of our first move and like selling our house and our first move and still trying to find a new house and blah, blah, blah. So I didn't notice that she had tagged me, because with YouTube notifications, like some of them I get on my phone, like when people comment on my, or no, wait, I don't get that. When people reply to my comment, I get that a notification, but not when I'm tagged. I have to go in and look. I imagine I can probably change that, actually. Probably should, when somebody tags me in another video. Yeah, so I have to go in and look at the notifications physically, and I was looking back because I was like, man, I've missed like a few months worth of notifications, and then I saw it and I was like, oh man, because I had missed the video too, because again, super busy, so I missed a lot of videos over the last few months. Yeah, so what it is, it's a game. And you just what you do is you tell, where you got your channel name, your crafty name or whatever from. And it's hosted by Paper Confessions with Cara Mia and BB's Closet Creations. Again, we'll link those down below. So where I got my name is, I'm going to be kind of sorting stuff while I talk to you, just so I have something to do with my hands, ADHD. Yeah, where I got my name, well, my channel name is my name, Jennifer Dirtle Art. But it's been a long journey to choose that name. When I first started out in crafting, not crafting, but crafting, like to sell things and things, I guess like my crafting business, I definitely didn't have the confidence to put my name on things. So I came up with my business name, and it was 3 Apples Arts and Crafts, because I'm short. I'm 4'11", so like 3 apples high. I mean, I heard that a lot as a kid. So yeah, so that's how I came up with that. So that has been my base business name for a long time. And then, but when I started my YouTube channel, I'm like, I've been on a journey about, especially in since I hit my 40s, I've been more, I care less about what people think, and I'm more confident. As a lot of that is my husband, Rob. He's definitely very, very encouraging. I've always had self-confidence issues. But yeah, he's been very encouraging. And I mean, when I started my business, Paintball Tailor, that was it was pretty well his idea, because he asked me to make him paintball gear, and then it kind of just blew up from there. But yeah, he was super encouraging the whole way through, kind of thing. It's been on hold since COVID, but yeah. So yeah, and then, well, Paintball Tailor is another of my names, but that was because, yeah, I mean, it's paintball gear, right? Yeah, or tactical gear. So by the time I came to make my YouTube channel, I actually created it like a couple years ago, even though I didn't really upload a lot. Again, confidence, right? I was like scared. So, so yeah, I decided to go with my name because, I like my name, Jennifer Dirtle. It's very unique. Dirtle is Rob's last name. It's, Dirtle is English. His family came from England. Apparently they were like lords and barons, but then they turned pirate. So they were banished from England. So when they were banished, apparently you had a choice. You could go to Australia, which I'm sure you know, Australia was a penal colony for England, right? Total torture, right? Paradise. Or you could go to Newfoundland, go to Canada. So that's what happened. His family went to Newfoundland, and they've been there for quite a few generations now. So yeah, anyway, so he's definitely very proud of his name. So I was happy to be a Dirtle. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to put my name out there instead of calling my channel something cutesy. And I mean, all the best names are taken anyway. Like if I wanted to call it something cutesy, yeah, all the best names are taken. So, yeah, that's my story on that. Is it's just my name, but it did start out as my, like, an online entity myself. I did start out as Three Apples Arts and Crafts, but yeah. Oh, and then I went to on Etsy. I started out as Bubble Cup, and that was just it was an online name I was using at the time. I was a My Little Pony collector, and that was a My Little Pony name, so I used it on the My Little Pony forums. So again, like, anytime I went to sign up on Etsy, and like my preferred names were taken, kind of thing. So I just used Bubble Cup. It was My Little Pony name. So that was, yeah, my first Etsy store. And then after that, Retro Heart and Paintball Tailor were both business names, like, specific to what they were. Retro Heart was, isn't this gorgeous? Retro Heart was retro stuff, or vintage stuff. I sold vintage stuff. And then, yeah, Paintball Tailor is self-explanatory, which Paintball Tailor didn't do great on Etsy at all. I did way better just on Facebook. Yeah, so that's my story. It's not a very big story, but yeah, I'm just, I'm happy to have the confidence to put myself out there as an artist, because I feel like before I was kind of hiding behind a name, like, it was, Three Apples Arts and Crafts. It wasn't me. That was the entity, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like a disconnect. But who I'm going to tag, and I'm going to apologize because I'm not tagging some of my closest friends, YouTube friends, like Deb from DLI Creations, although she's will be tagged down below, or Kim Newberg. Like, those names are pretty self-explanatory, kind of thing. So I'm posting some that I'm really curious to know about. Red Parrot, I want to know how you got your name. Again, these will all be linked below. Check out these channels. They're all great crafters. Red Parrot, if you don't have a Scarlet Macaw, I'm going to be so disappointed. And then Flighty Rambler. I'd love to hear that. I really like that. I really like your name because, I don't know, it's kind of like who I am as a person. I kind of just, I feel like I kind of ramble, and like I'm definitely flighty. I'm sorry if that's not what it means, kind of thing. I'm ADHD, so I'm kind of like, woo, ooh, squirrel, ooh, something shiny. Wishes and Weeds. I don't know how you got that. I assume there's something to do with gardening in there. The Crabby Crafter, who is known as My Take at the Lake, but her actual at tag is the Crabby Crafter. So, and My Take at the Lake, I believe she lives on a lake, if I'm not mistaken. And then Doki Doki Forest. I might kind of know this one a little bit because I know what Doki Doki means, but yeah, I'll let her explain that. So they'll all be tagged down below, and hopefully they participate. And yeah, like I said, these are all great channels, all crafty, journaly, hauls, etc. Definitely check them out. Yep, definitely. All right, so I also want to mention, I've been like writing these things down. Can you tell? Things I want to mention. Okay, Adam Savage is tested. If you don't know who Adam Savage is, or if his name kind of sounds familiar and you can't place it, Adam Savage was one of the two main members of Mythbusters. So he was the one that's like definitely ADHD. I don't know if he's diagnosed, but yeah, he's like all over the place, right? Like hyperactive, where Jamie, the guy with the mustache and the beret, was like very like serious, and yeah, Adam's like bouncing off the walls. So anyway, he's been doing a series of videos. I follow him on YouTube because he does lots of neat things. He's a maker. He started out as a prop maker for movies, and then he kind of like went to Mythbusters, and then that thing exploded. So, he's kind of been doing that, but he's a maker of like lots of things. Like he does all of the things. So, I mean, he even does some things that are relevant to junk journalers, or if you're a junk journaler and you're a crafter like me, you kind of do a lot of other stuff besides journaling. So I'm interested in, even if I don't do it, I'm interested in how something is done or how something is made. So he's put out a couple of series of videos. The first one is the American Bookbinders Museum. I'll link these down below. I don't know if he's got playlists for them. His channel is Adam Savage is Tested. I'll link it down below. If he has playlists for these two things, I will link them down below. If not, I'll link the first video in each series, and you can go in and watch if you're interested. So he went to the American Bookbinders Museum. Very, very cool video. There's all these huge machines, and this little lady, she uses them all and like turns these great big cranks to show how everything's done. And it's just really fascinating to see, yeah, how books were made back in the day manually with just, machinery. But yeah. And then another one, I found this really interesting. Rob sent this to me. I have a diploma in graphic design. So Rob's like, yeah, you're going to be all over this. Adam has been doing a series of videos at the Earl Hayes Press. What the Earl Hayes Press is it's a prop house and a print studio. It's over 100 years old, and they have done like all of the printed props for movies and TV shows and things, or at least movies. I assume TV shows too. So like newspaper, currencies, product labels, they even had license plates, security badges, things like that. Just like unbelievable. If you're a movie buff, definitely check this out, but it's also neat as like a paper crafter. It's definitely really interesting, these series. So the man there, Michael Corey, so he's a historian and archivist, I think. What he's been doing is he's been going through the Earl Hayes Press, like their back rooms, their storerooms, and for the past 100 years, they print something out, they stick it in a box and put it on a shelf. Nothing was cataloged or anything like that. So he's going through and cataloging it, and he's finding the coolest stuff. And he's like he's a prop movie, like I want to say geek too. Like he had Adam in the first video. They were finding Back to the Future, Running Man, all these things, right? And they were both nerding out big time. They were like in their glory, right? Just like when we thrift and find something junk journaling and you get all excited. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, big time. So I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a video series. And sure enough, it is. So they go different videos. They go through and look at different areas of the warehouse. Like fake foods and all like food products and all kinds of things. And even eventually Adam just goes through free reign by himself. It's just him and his cameraman. And he goes through and just digs through boxes and looks through stuff. And it's just glorious. It is fantastic. And it's really neat. Like I said, if you're a movie buff, definitely go check it out. It's really cool. Yeah. So my coffee has kicked in, as have my ADHD meds. Can you tell? They give me all the energy. And the last thing I'm going to talk about, I don't think I told you guys about the osprey. So we have ospreys here. We know where there are 2 nests, and we believe there's 2 nests on our main road going down like into Kokang proper. We know there's ospreys there. There's 2 nests. BH Blackwell Limited, Broad Street, Oxford. Isn't that cool? I think that might have been when I ordered some, Rob ordered something from Discworld, Terry Pratchett's Discworld, the books. And I think it came from there. Yeah, that's really cool. Ooh, I need to do a Discworld page in my glue book, my scavenger hunt glue book. Yes. Okay. I need to write that down. I'm so excited. Scavenger hunt glue book, Discworld. Oh, I forgot. I was sorting through things, but I was going to do some things, put some things in my alphabet glue book, because I've been finding some cool things, and like the letters that are challenges, I've been finding some things, so I'm excited about it. But yeah, I'll do that in the next video. Yeah, so Discworld, where was I going with it? Oh, how did I get on Discworld from the Osprey? I said my meds kicked in, but maybe not, because I am not focused. Yep. That little bits of washi I peeled off an envelope. Yeah, so osprey. So we've got a few ospreys. And we figure we have one that lives kind of in behind us somewhere in the woods. He's got a nest back there. So he was out, and osprey, they're big birds of prey. They're smaller than like a bald eagle, but they're big. And they fish. They eat fish. I believe they exclusively eat fish, where some birds, they catch mice and things like that. But yeah, I believe they exclusively eat fish. But yeah, he was circling in the sky over the ocean. So I think Rob noticed him and he told me. So we went outside and watched, and I am so glad we did, because he was right in front of our house, and all of a sudden he just dropped. He dropped and he disappeared, because there's like a little cliff, so we couldn't see him. Like we saw him like hit the water. And then when he came up, yeah, he kind of disappeared, but then he came up over the cliff. He's directly in front of our house. Came up over the cliff with a fish in his talons, and he started to climb. He came right over the top of our front deck and our roof. Like Rob could have reached up and almost touched him. It was just amazing. I wish I would have gotten it on video. It was just, I'm hoping maybe I can get the same thing on video, but I doubt he's going to go directly over our roof again. I mean, who knows, maybe, because if his nest is directly behind us kind of thing. But guys, it was one of the coolest things I have ever experienced. It was so cool. So, so cool. It's funny because I was kind of laughing about Rob being out here in the country, right? I'm like, because, you know, he's not used to, oh, he just saw a snake, by the way. He saw a snake in the yard and he's like, oh my God, I saw a snake. So yeah, they don't have snakes in Newfoundland. So he's like, oh my God, what do I do? So he, yeah, I was like talking about him being all like, you know, oh my God, over nature, the bunnies and stuff. And no, I'm just as bad. Yep, the osprey was so cool. Yeah, so I mean, I guess this is kind of my update. Working in my room. Oh, we've started doing a new thing. It's so cute. Artemis wants to come downstairs. We did it 2 nights in a row. He doesn't like to snuggle with us upstairs because Luna's there and all she does is growl at him. So we come downstairs in the basement and Luna stays in the living room. She likes it up there. And I mean, she gets lots of attention from us because she's in the living room, the main, you know, living room, kitchen are open concept. So main room of the house. There's more of this little Dresden stuff. Isn't that cute? Yeah, so she gets lots of attention. So we've been coming down to the basement and watching TV down here in the rec room. Now that we have, you know, I have enough of the craft room totes out of there that we can actually kind of sit down. Oh, cute little glassine bag. We can kind of sit down and do things, right? So he's been coming down and he's been laying on the couch with us watching TV and he really loves it. He'll tell us at nighttime and he wants to go downstairs. He'll be like, hey, let's go. After 2 days, he was like, yep, let's go. So it doesn't take him long to form a habit. You do things like, yeah, twice with him. And he's like, okay, we need to do this the same time every time. He is definitely a cat in that way. He needs routine. Like if you change his routine, he is very unhappy. Yeah, he needs his routine. Oh, one thing I found yesterday too is kind of this pile. I found the rest of the magical journal stash that I had. And this is, I believe this is stuff like as I was making it, I kind of like threw this stuff aside. Like I used some of this. So I just tossed this sheet aside kind of thing. Like, yeah. And it was stuff that I'm not, I mean, you know what? I say stuff that I'm not, but I don't know. I mean, that page is kind of cool. Or yeah, these I had taken out to make pages in the journal, but I already made all the pages, right? So yeah, I kind of like, I was throwing everything in a pile. So that all kind of get just stuffed into like a paper bag. I had a pink paper bag that I stuffed it all into. So yeah, I've hauled that out. So I think I might try to get that journal out actually. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow. I'm kind of excited to do that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so no other news, I don't think. We still haven't got the paper shelf in here, but it's because I was doing the closet stuff. So, and plus Rob is very, very much dreading. This is just something that came out of a book. Rob is very much dreading, trying to get that shelf down the stairs. We're in disagreement. I think that I think this is a sticker if I remember correctly. I think that, it'll fit down the stairs whole and he thinks we're gonna have to take it apart. So, but first he's got to like fix the top of it kind of thing. There's a bit of damage. So we're doing that. Isn't this beautiful? Somebody sent me these and I've been kind of hoarding them. I don't think I've used any of them. I could kind of put them in the Halloween stuff, but I think I'm going to leave them out because I could use them any time of year. And that is just adorable, isn't it? Yeah. So, that's pretty well it. I hear Rob coming in upstairs, so things may get noisy. Oh, there's one of my little ribbons. One of my little cute embellishments I made. Little ribbons, wash and return bottles daily. You know what? I'm going to put that in my journal basket because I'm doing a journal page about my grandfather. Specifically that he was a milkman. He was a milkman, like in the 50s. He like did the glass bottle delivery to people's front steps and things. So yeah, I'm gonna write about that. And I have like a picture. I have an old picture of him in his like milkman General Dairies uniform. It is just the cutest thing. But it's funny because my grandfather was a character. He loved to like, you know, joke and stuff and practical jokes and things. And you can just tell on his face, like he looks like a rascal. It's funny. I love this picture. Anyway, yeah. So I think I'll put that over there and put that, yeah, I've been kind of that's what I do, right? I kind of squirrel away things because I'm like, okay, oh, this would be good for this journal. This would be good for this journal, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, but anyway, that's all I have for you today. And oh, look at this. A cupcake magically appeared. A unicorn cupcake. Rob buys cupcakes. We buy cupcakes for Artemis. I know I've mentioned before. Yep, my cat loves cupcakes. Absolutely loves cupcakes. And you would think he'd like the frosting because of the milk, but no, he likes vanilla cake. He likes the taste of vanilla cake. And these ones I think are strawberry, and he likes those too. Yeah, so he lives for cupcakes. So we usually try to keep a stash of them on hand, the mini cupcakes. So when he takes his treat, or he takes his pill, like a good boy every night, which he does. This cat takes a pill better than any dog I've ever had. He is a champ. He'll ask me for his pill because he wants his treat. So yeah, take a pill, get a treat. He understands that. This is so cute. I don't know what to use this for, guys. I definitely want to use it, like tuck it into a journal or something, but yeah, I don't know what to use it for. It's so cute. Isn't that adorable? It's from Flow magazine. Somebody had sent that to me. So it was like a little tuck in with Flow. Yeah. So slowly I'm getting through things. There's another little flower I made. A little polymer clay heart I made. Yeah, so I think today I've got lots of energy apparently. So I think I will go and do some more craft room organizing. I'm slowly getting things where I want them. I still have a few things that I'm absolutely at a loss. I don't know where I'm going to put them. My trims, like lace and ribbon and stuff, no idea what I'm doing with those. Trims, what was the other thing? I think I had said rug hooking roll, but that's pretty good on the shelf. I think that's going to be good. There's plenty of space. So yeah, it's just coming up with, vintage stuff, my vintage stash. I don't know where I'm going to put that. I think I'll try to work it. If you remember my pink and orange bookshelf where I've got all my books that I'm going to harvest from, like that I'm not taking apart, but I can go pull stuff out of them. So like sheet music and dictionaries and all that kind of thing, cookbooks, things like that. So I've got that on that shelf, but I've got too many of some of them. So I might purge some of them and then I'll have more room on that shelf. And I think maybe I'll put my vintage stuff there and somehow come up with an idea how to organize it all. Yeah. And my scrapbooking paper and stuff and my card catalog, those are almost totally organized. And yeah, all right. I will keep you guys posted though when I get some, when I make some real progress that you can see. All right, so thanks for watching, and check out all of those links below. Definitely, and check out the challenge, and check out the What's in a Name challenge. Yeah, the What's in a Name Q&A challenge. So yeah, check that out, and then also check out #ShoutoutSunday. All right, thanks for watching, and hope you guys have a good week this week. Bye.